Hello, welcome to Sabretooth at Nethemba, where we care about your security. With the 10 Zixum sequel injection challenges done, we are back to HackTheBox Friday. Today is, I know my cam's in the way, but today is the 13th, says it there. Friday is the 16th, so I better get this one done today, otherwise I'm in a bit of trouble. More so because this machine, Mantis, is rated hard, and it's only got just over 3,000 roots. Interestingly enough, I was like, this doesn't look right. Something's moved around. If you go back to page 1, HackTheBox have very helpfully added cap to page 1, even though it doesn't go in the release date, just because it's a staff pick with 78,000 roots. So, 71,000 roots. We're not going to be doing that. I mean, we will. We'll probably just cover it just to make sure it's done. But I think that's like one of the most basic training systems, you know. So, Mantis, what do we know about Mantis? We did that one, we did Bashed, right? And then, because as I said, I wasn't doing these strictly in order, but we're doing it page by page. Windows, apparently, and hard, and that worries me. You can see this is here, you can see that we have a map already running. You see, I'm not wasting time, I'm just getting straight on with it. And we don't actually have notes here, so let's do that. Let's go back into HackTheBox, let's go into hard. Not too many in here. The last hard one we did was Shrek. We're going to add a subnode for Mantis, and hopefully this won't take me too long, but let's see. It takes as long as it takes, guys, you know. So let's make a copy of that, and we'll add that to here. And I just want to see how long is remaining. So 1 second remaining on the nmap. What's the S stand for? Not scanning. Not service. Come on, what is it? Script. Nmap scripting engine. So it's running all the to see if eternal blue, you know, exists, and if it does, that would be the easiest hard system I've ever seen. Come on, hurry up! It says 1 second remaining, and that was an hour ago. Well, it's still showing a second remaining, but at least that's gone up by 2%. Okay, so, I mean, next up obviously is Try Hack Me Tuesday, but coming back here, we've kind of got like another hard one, and then we get on to an easy one, then suddenly Insane comes out of nowhere with, wow, very, very few routes here. So whether we will get around to that one or move on and come back to it, I don't know. Well, right now I'm dealing with Mantis. Come on, this is ridiculous. Do you know what? Because it's taking ages, I'm going to be back in a minute. It's just easier. Okay, we're back, and I've just had a coughing fit. This looks horrible. Look, it just goes on and on. Look at all these ports. Look at them all. So, yeah, I think what I'm going to do is copy this, and then we can start just looking through it, because some of this looks a bit nasty. Now, having said that, it's Windows, so a lot of these ports may be useless. But let's see if there's anything which can give us a few hints. So 53 is the DNS port. Okay, can't really do much with that straight off. But it does mean that it could be a domain controller. Well, domain name server, obviously DNS. But I'm worried that Active Directory might be part of this. Yeah, Kerberos straight off. So yeah, I think this might be an Active Directory box, which I've been trying to avoid because it's my weak spot. We've got some RPC, NetBIOS, we've got LDAP, yeah, Active Directory, LDAP, domain. Okay, we've got the domain here, HTB local, we'll come back to that. Okay, we've got HTTP on 1337. That's really interesting. Let me just make it bold of that one. We've got a Microsoft SQL Server, which I suppose will go with whatever's on the website. So maybe that's not a problem. Oh, look at this. The domain name is HTB local, and the computer name is mantis.htb local. That could be useful. We also have, yeah, more LDAP. We've got another HTTP here on 8080. We've got 2 websites running. Toss Salad blog. Interesting. We'll take a look at both of those in a moment, and then we've got a lot of RPC, which we generally ignore. We've got another SQL server here. again with these. But this one's SSL. Is the other one SSL or is it not? It says it here, so I'm not sure the difference in those. And then the scripting results, nothing. So, right, what we're going to do is add these both to etc hosts, right? Because then at least we are dealing with the right thing. So we've got Mantis, HTB local. To be fair, I should get the IP address, which is here. Make sure I'm in frame. I seem to be. That's good. Okay, sudo nano etc hosts. So for HackTheBox, I can put in the IP here, and then put in mantis.htb.local and htb.local. So both of these should actually go to, be bound to the IP address now. Fine, good start. Should I actually just go down these in order? What would I do with port 53? Not much to start with. Kerberos, I can try some brute force of users, perhaps. It looks like we've got SMB running. Let's try SMB. That's the first thing I'd probably get to. So clear. In fact, I mean, I could do enum for Linux, except it's not Linux, is it? It's Windows. Although, having said that, enum for Linux probably runs on Linux rather than... I know what I mean. Let's just try it. Where's the... where's our... I'll just put HTB local and see what happens. No news names, administrator guest. Yeah, this is fine. Enumerating work group and domain. Can't find anything. Yeah. Maybe I should use SMB client perhaps instead. It doesn't seem to have any listings or anything like that. We've not got any usernames. We've not got anything like this. No workgroup listing. Could not initialize. That's useless. What we'll try is SMB client. And we're going to do / HTB local / with an L. Okay, so that doesn't work. Anonymous login is successful, but there's literally nothing here. Okay, I just had my L in the wrong place. So that seems kind of useless. Let's make a note anyway. Maybe anonymous user, maybe it allows anonymous login, but anonymous doesn't have access to shares, or just maybe there's no shares on here at all. This could just be a red herring port. Rabbit hole they're called these days, aren't they? Right, so the next question is, no, the same question is where do we go next? I mean, we've got RPC. I think we should just try these web, because at least we could be doing like directory brute forces and stuff whilst we're trying other things. That makes sense? So let's go here. 337. But let's add a HTTP as well. Nice. So we're going to go robots.txt, which doesn't exist. We will also do a, let's clear that. Go Buster. Okay, so we'll just leave that running as is and change devincognito.com. Just change that to our new address here. Should we give it some threads? What do you reckon? Is 50 too much? Will it start crashing? We'll do it. We'll try 50. No, that doesn't work. Why is there no W? Did I just delete that? I think I did. There we go. Running with 50 threads. Hopefully it won't take that long, but there doesn't seem to be much else on here. The other one is intriguing. Let's carry on going down that list. Yeah, that... I'm not sure. LDAP, you can't do much with at this stage, but there's 8080, and this seems to have a blog on it, apparently. So in fact, I'm going to leave this open just in case, and put that here, and just go 8080. Now this is more like it. This actually has something, you see? Cool. So this is a blog, Orchard blog. Okay, so port 1337 has default IIS page. Port 8080 has a blog, and did I just read Orchard? Orchard blog. I think I just read that. This is your Orchard blog, but whether that's the name of it or not. Oh yeah, powered by Orchard. There we go. Orchardproject.net. So it's an actual thing, and we can sign in here as well. There's a login form here, which is rather nice. So we're going to try admin password. Probably that's it for manual brute force. Okay. I wonder if there's any default credentials. Orchard blog default credentials. Installation steps, language, database engine, SQLite default. Aha, administrator login. There we go. The first person to run the application owns it and gets to set up the administrator password. The step will pre-fill the administrator's login with admin and will ask for a preferably strong password. Right. So I'm guessing we have a username admin. Orchard CMS site web version, not on the thing, shows. So we have a username of admin, which we could have guessed at, but the password we might need a bit of a brute force. That should be okay. We should have a live strong password check here that indicates password strength as you type. Oh, right. Okay. So what's the database name then? I think maybe that can be set as well. This makes it really hard for an attacker, you know, which is probably a good thing. So let's look for robots.txt here, and then we can do a directory scan here as well. No, that doesn't work. How's this doing? Whoa, here we go. Ooh, secure notes. Huh. Well, that's something. So, port 1337, post, okay, and port 8080. So everything's going to go under there, right? Let's change that to an R because it will actually annoy me. So we'll do that, and then this we're going to put under here, just to make sure we've got everything, you know. Keep it nicely organized. Okay, secure notes. I should be running a brute force, shouldn't I? Let's do that again. And all we need to do is change 1337 to 8080, and we are good to go. Bang. Right. Now I'm glad I've kept this open. Secure underscore notes. Okay. That's doing HTTPS, which I don't want. That's 1337, and I think that has a slash after it. There we go. Lovely. Let's take a screenshot just because we can. Show it's an open directory and show what's in it. Ooh, web config is taking my interest at the minute. Okay. Web config is usually got some really good stuff in there. Oh, you tease. And then we've got this dev notes here. Okay, let's make a contains. Just make a copy of all this stuff. Download Orchard CMS. Oh, that's a good point. That is a great point. Oh, look at this. We've got admin there. That's a great point. Search exploit. Orchard CMS. No results. No results. Cross-site scripting, and that's it. Fine, whatever. Useless. Useless. Download Orchard CMS. Download SQL Server 14 Express. So we've got the exact version in case there's a. That's a good point. Let's search exploit this as well. See, every version you get, it's a great idea just to try some of this, you know. Nothing there. So let's go. Okay. Okay, that doesn't look good either, but it's always worth a try, like I say. Launch IIS, add new website, and point to Orchid CMS folder. Look, oh, create Orchid DB database. Is that the database name? Wow, that's going to be quite useful if we get into the database, of course. Launch browser and go to localhost 8080. Yep. Set admin password. Yep. Fine. Add blog post. Right, that's fine. So we have a database name. Now the thing is, I could try connecting directly to the database as the port is open publicly, but I don't think it's going to let me in without credentials, so I'm not even going to think about that right now. What's this? NMQ. It looks like base 64. It really looks like base 64. Okay, that base 64 decode. Ooh, that looks like a hash. We've got a bit of CTF happening, guys. Also, the file name is, so how many characters? If it's 32, it's MD5. If it's 40, it's going to be like SHA-1 or something like that. I can't imagine anything else. If it's meant to be a hash, that's to be correct. Hang on, we've got 2424, so that one's double. We've got 7373, so that's double. That's unusual. Anyway, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36. I wonder if it's straight hex then, because we've got these double characters, but 24 in hex or 24 in hex is like, is it the pound sign or the dollar sign or the percentage sign? It's one of those. No, it'll be the dollar sign because percentage is definitely 25 or 25, I should say. Hang on, the easiest way for me to do this is hex to ASCII convert. I've used this site recently, haven't I? Oh, for Zixum, of course. MSSQL SA password. Interesting. Right. So we actually have the database. I was just saying, this is hex for... now, can I actually get into Orchid blog with this password and the username admin is the next question. Let's find out. Even though it's the database password, it definitely could be the password for this. Admin. Login unsuccessful. Damn. I was hoping to get in and get some sort of reverse shell or something. By editing a template, you know, like we do on WordPress and things. That was well worth a try. That was definitely worth a try. But no, turns out it is incorrect. Now I could try connecting directly to the data. How's this doing, by the way? Could try connecting directly to the database. How would I connect to... I know how to connect to MySQL, but MS SQL. How would I do that? Let's have a look in our repo here. Beekeeper Studio or Squirrel. Oh, I say SQL. Could use those. I think MSF. I reckon Metasploit could do it. I remember there being something like find data, display data, which can pull from a database. Let's search MSSQL. Oh my god, there's loads. Okay, let's clear that. Put in find. No, find. That's the one. Find and sample data. There's also this one, the IDF, which is the interesting data finder, which is quite cool. But the find and sample data, if I can connect to the database, then that is probably what I'm going to use to... Let's have a look. Use 0. We're going to show options. It's going to look for keywords, password or whatever, credit and card and so on. Should maybe add user to that. Sample size of 1, so it's going to get the first row. It's probably all we need. I'm not sure. Not sure about this database. We have the database name. Set database. Database name was OrchidDB. The password was here. I'm just looking because it says SA password, and SA is like the super user for the database, but it does say create user admin. So I'm not sure what the username is going to be. It'd be one or the other. So set username admin. 1433 I think is correct. Let me just double check that before I start making sorts of... Yeah, 1433 is correct for MS SQL. I think that's everything except for our host. So set our host, which is the IP address, or I could just use HTB local or whatever it is. Let's use the IP just to make sure it knows what's going on. I'm going to clear this, and then one more time I'm going to show options, because then that way I can copy this to my... because if it doesn't work, then at least I know what I've tried. If it does work, then I know what I've tried. So exploit. Oh, it's connected. Attempting to retrieve data. Nice. So we have this, which looks... it's got leet in it now. I was going to say it looks like base 64, but I don't think it does. That just says hashed. That looks like base 64 because it's got double equals as well. I wonder what happens if we give it more... if we give it a bigger sample size as well. Set sample size, what, 10? Smapple? Smapple? How dare you, sir? Sample size of 10. Okay, that errored out. Maybe that's too many. 5 then. Because then I can start trying to crack these passwords, get them from base 64 and so on. Anyway, this kind of works, so let's paste what I've just done. Nice. Did that not? Oh, I forgot to do exploit, guys. I set the sample size and left it at that. Yeah, I mean, oh, look at that. James password, that is in plain text. Huh. Let me just take that, and then I'll see if there are any more, because I know that 10 is too many, but, I can always go for 6. In fact, I'll go for 7. Split the difference, you know, pretty much, and see if that comes up with something, and then 8, and then 9. It's still only got like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Well, it's got 6 here. Okay, so let's try 9 then. Done it again. Started like an idiot. That's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So it looks like 6 is the absolute max. Now, this base 64 is intriguing. Let me just have a check on this. I'm also intrigued by the fact that I don't want that. I don't want that. I'm just opening previous. No, I don't want that either. Right. I was trying to get to. How have I not got it here? How have I not got base 64 decode here? There we go, it's in there now. So we'll do that one. Oh, I suppose I could do the other one as well and put them both on one thing, but you know what? This one decodes to... I'm not sure what that is. And this one has got 1337 in it. That doesn't look like base 64. It kind of looks a bit edited. Okay, why are some passwords hashed and some passwords not? So James password, am I to assume that this is for James? It would make sense, wouldn't it? What if I go to options and then set keywords as user? No, obviously not. I remember that time I was just looking over it. Okay, the alternative being, of course, with a capital uppercase U here. I guess not. But let's just assume then that because it's James's password that this belongs to James. What we could actually try doing, I mean, we could do admin, to be fair, and try this password here, or we could try James. We've got a couple of usernames to try here. Let's take a look. Huh. Not sure what's just happened there. Thought that might have worked and then it just didn't. I suppose what I could do as well, if I have a user and a password now, weird that didn't work. How odd is that? If I had a username and a password, I could try forging a, because if it's Active Directory and that, I could try forging a ticket like Kerberos, like a golden ticket or a silver ticket or something like that. For that, I hate doing stuff like this. For that, I'm going to have to use InPacket. I don't even think I've got it installed. Look at the state of this. That is ridiculous. I don't even think I've got InPacket in my tools. Oh. iKinetics, Apache, Evil WinRM. Any InPacket here at all, guys? Anywhere? No? Well, if I'm ever going to get InPacket, now's the time. I'm going to need it eventually, aren't I? I don't like installing InPacket, but I just like using the standalone scripts. So I'll probably just do a git clone rather than following the installation like setup using pip and everything like that and doing it through Python. I think I might just take a copy of the repo here. So git clone. So I'm going to cd InPacket. Clear that actually. So we're going to go into InPacket. Oh, you see we've got the MS SQL things here. Oh, so it gets the version. Well, at least that's something. Okay, I think there's there's SMB connection here and stuff like that. I know what I'm looking for, by the way. It's the I just can't see it anywhere. Why is it not here? Right, ls examples. Oh, here we go. It's in examples, is it? Yeah, look, we've got MS SQL client, so that can connect manually to MS SQL rather than having to do it through Burp Suite. So we could have used that, but what I'm looking for is golden. There we go, golden pack. And maybe SMB exec as well. Now that we've got a user, I didn't think of doing that. I could do SMB clients with L again with this I need the IP. I was just trying to remember what I did. Mantis.something.local or .htb.local, wasn't it? That's it. So I could actually put this in here. And is there any way to do a user like James? Where's user? Is it capital U? It's capital U. James. So that's now saying password for workgroup James. It might not be workgroup though. And then we can try this. Then we can try this password here. Guess not. So maybe the workgroup I can change to like mantis.htb. Yeah, let's try that. Let's do htb.local/James. That's better. And then we can put that in again. Still not. Okay. Well, worth a try. Worth a try. I mean, I'm not sure that this is going to work. Let's just cancel that. I don't care about that anymore. I'm not sure that this is going to work, but there's no harm in trying these things, you know, just like I just tried the SMB. So Python 3, golden pack, gold Okay. Why is this not auto? Huh? What? What is happening? Why am I not able to? Oh, I'm in the wrong directory. I just did a lookup rather than a... Okay, I'm stupid. Examples. Clear that. Right. Python 3. Goldenpack.py. Perfect. Oh, we've got a problem here. Not perfect. No module named inpacket. Right, I am going to actually have to install the thing then. Which I was hoping to avoid, but whatever. Whatever. So, Python and pipx. Installing packet. Pipx, are you sure? Are you sure? Pip3? Pip? There we go. Maybe this isn't as bad as I thought it'd be. Oh, hang on. Pip's dependency resolver does not currently take into account. You have cryptography which is incompatible, really. Well, let's just try this and we'll see what happens. Oh, it actually does run. So something didn't work, but I don't really care because it seems to be fine. So the way we're using this is target. Okay, the target is domain. Oh my god. Let's fill this out as we go. As in, let's fill this out here. Let's fill this out. What am I doing? Done all that. There we go. Let's fill this out here. So domain is htb.local/James : the password is, yeah, I did have it. Yeah. I'll tell you what the problem is as well. These dollar signs are going to be interpreted by the bash shell, so I need to escape them. So password at target name, which is mantis.htb.local, right? I think that's it. I think that is it. So it's going to be Python 3 golden pack.py, I think. Well, all way to find out, isn't there? Okay, it's got a problem with the exclamation mark as well. So I need to also escape that as well. Okay. Try again. Python 3 golden pack.py. So it's having trouble with our... I'm not sure what's going on. Obviously done something wrong somewhere. Let's just get the main string. And I can do the rest with autocomplete. So Python 3 golden pack.py. Oh, it's because I did capital A, capital C. Small a, small c. Attempted log on is invalid. Okay. So, I mean, I thought that could work, but it really doesn't. So, a little bit of a shame, but okay. Right, give me a second. I'm just going to go update my drink. I'm going to update my drink and then I'll be back. Okay, I'm back with a nice hot drink because I don't know how long I'm going to be here. Beautiful. So yeah, that didn't work, which is a bit of a shame, but hang on, that's the database password. James's password. Huh. Is that why oh my god, let's try this again. SMB client L. HTB local is just easier. Username James. Still didn't work. Okay. Okay, so I was thinking that, you know, just maybe, let's just do it once more with mantis.htb at local as well. Okay, I thought that was the issue. It's not the issue. I'm so sad. Maybe it's the issue here. Maybe not. Let's have a look. Put that in there. Give the exclamation mark a bit of a thing again. So after this, I'm going to have to look a bit more into the thingy client, the Orchid client, I think. And I'm not quite sure where to go on that now. Maybe password brute force might be the way. Domain should be specified. I've specified. Oh, I've got space. Oh my god. Okay, I don't have to worry about Orchid at all. Nice. I'll admit to you that this is the first time I've ever had this work in the wild. Well, I say in the wild, I'm not in the wild, I'm in a lab environment. But, you know, I've read the theory, but I've never actually done it until now. This is the first time. I'm not very well versed on Active Directory, but the fact that I've rooted this is brilliant. So let's just get what we need to get. We're going to CD into the CDC. Okay, let's try that. CD users, CD. Let's just type James desktop user.text. Great. CD James, CD desktop. Oh, I've just given up, right? Okay, cat, no, type, user.text. Right, we're there. We've got our first flag, and as we are NT authority system, which has even higher rights than admin, we should be able to do that. Done. Fantastic. Well, that was a bit easier than I thought. I was a little bit worried, you know, when... Go away. I was a little bit worried that, you know, there's going to be, when there was a lot of ports, that it was going to be absolutely insane going through each one of these. But there was a few which we didn't use. There was a few which we did. A few which weren't useful. A few which were. So you're just going to try these things. You know, let's get this finished. I'm very, very happy with how this one went. Thank you, Impacket. Thank you also for MSF console. What are you called? Metasploit framework. Oh, less than an hour. Look at that. Beautiful, guys. I mean, these are both going to be the same, aren't they? Because I've got them both together. A bit hard. But not much. A bit hard. I got lucky, I think, with that golden flag thing. Golden token. A bit hard. Brilliant. Thank you. Well, that's it. Thank you so much for joining. I appreciate your support. Please keep the likes coming and the comments. Not many people commenting, guys, and I do get the odd one or two, and I do appreciate it when I get them. So drop me a comment. Just say hello. You know, I might start talking to you and whatever. Maybe I won't. I might be mean. But yeah, thank you. I'm not sure what else to say. Please subscribe if you haven't, and visit Nethemba.com for all your pen testing needs. Share the video around, share the playlist around, if you can. Thanks, guys. Goodbye.